Hello trainers, welcome to our painting course. There's a lot in this course and I want to go through it with you really quickly so you understand how it's laid out. You're looking at 6 main sections here in this painting course. You have the first one, painting and substrates. We have site prep. The next one is surface prep. You have paint application for brushes, paint application for rollers, and then you have your instructor section, which is hidden to your students. It includes all of your resources to help teach this course to your students. A closer look at paint and substrates. There is a first lesson on what is paint, some details about that. There's a quiz that covers that lesson, and then there's a surface prep lesson. This lesson is about a lot of the different surfaces and different paint materials that need to be applied to those surfaces. There's also a quiz to follow up that lesson. This next section is about site prep, and it starts with floor protection. It's a big part of the process to prep the site before you do any of these processes. This lesson covers that, and then there's also a taping and masking video. This first one covers the materials, the next one covers the process, and there's even a mini on the hand masker, an important tool for taping and masking. And then of course you have your quiz on the taping and masking. There's a skills exercise here that works on a painting board. This board works for a lot of different painting processes. This next section is about surface prep. And it starts with caulking, the whole tools and materials about caulking. The process of caulking is another lesson. You have a caulking quiz that covers those lessons. Then it moves on to spackle. There's a lesson on that. And then it moves on to sanding and all of the tools and materials needed to do sanding. You'll also have a quiz for your students for that as well. And the caulking skills exercise for this section covers or works on that same painting board, but now they're doing a different process on it. So they're revisiting it per this set of plans. They'll look at the instructions and get through that caulking process. The next 2 sections are paint application. It starts with brushes. What is a brush? Brush parts, types, and styles. It moves on to how to take care of a brush. Really important in the process of painting. Also, how to use a brush. The brushes quiz covers all of these lessons, and then that skills exercise board comes back again. That painting board, now they're doing processes like trim painting or cutting it in the field with brushes. This last section here is about roller application. So like our brushes, it starts with what are the parts that we use when we're rolling, all of the tools and materials. Then it moves on to a couple lessons that talk about how to prep and prime a roller and actually how to apply paint with a roller. Of course, like all of these sections, there are quizzes that are related to these lessons. And this particular section has a hidden vocabulary quiz that you can make available to your students. If you want to know more about that particular quiz, then go to our LMS tutorial to find out how to make that visible. This last section is a list of resources available to you only as the trainer to help your students through this process of learning about painting. It starts with all of the presentations that are aligned with all of the videos they've been watching, and it moves on to the question and answer banks that relate to all of the quizzes they took. If your students have questions about some of those entries in the quizzes, these answer banks will help you get them the right answers. So I hope that makes sense. A really broad course here, a lot going on, and all of the steps of painting are covered in here from beginning to end. Good luck with your students with this, and I'll see you in the next one.